Hi students, we are discussing some more applications regarding relative motion. Okay, take this problem. On a long horizontal moving belt, on a long horizontal moving belt, a child runs to and fro with a speed 9 kilometers per hour with respect to belt, that is relative, between his father and mother, are located 50 meters apart. On the moving belt. The belt moves with a speed moves with a speed 4 kilometers per hour. For an observer, on a stationary platform. Outside. What is the number 1 speed of the child? In the direction of motion of the belt. In the direction of motion of the belt. Speed of the child, second one. Speed of the child opposite to the direction of motion of the belt. That is second one. And third one. Time taken by the child in 1 and 2. Next point. Which of the answers alter if motion is viewed by one of the parents. Okay. So this is the question. You try to understand what is given. On a long moving belt, so there is a belt like this. This is a belt which is moving with the belt is moving with velocity 4 kilometers per hour. Let it be towards left to right. So his father, a child runs between his father and mother. Let it be child. Let it be father. Here, mother is both father and mother. They are on the belt. With respect to this belt, they are at rest. So father, mother, they are at rest, stationary, with respect to belt, on a moving belt. But child running between father and mother, to and fro motion. Father and mother are 50 meters apart. Now, for an observer stationary platform outside, there is another observer here. He is observer outside this platform. Let it be on the ground. Observing this situation, these events. What is the events here? Boy, child running between his father and mother, to and fro motion. With respect to moving, the belt is moving, but child is running between father and mother on a moving belt. Clear? Now, we want the speed of the child in the direction of motion of the belt. So, first what is given? Solution. Speed of the belt, what is given? Speed of the child, let it be C, speed of the child with respect to belt. How much? It is given as 9 kmph. Okay. So, what is the speed of the child in the direction of motion of the belt? So, speed of the child in the direction of motion of the belt is, so speed of the child with respect to belt can be written as speed of the child minus speed of the belt. Since both are moving in the same direction, we want the speed of the child, C, is equal to speed of the child with respect to belt plus speed of the belt. So that is, speed of the child is equal to, in the direction of motion of the belt, is VCB 9 given plus velocity of the belt 4. So 9 plus 4, 13 kmph. Okay, you remember this one when they are moving in the same direction. Okay. Now, for the second one, if child is opposite to the direction of motion of the belt, what is his speed? So, opposite to the direction of motion of the belt means velocity of the child with respect to belt is equal to velocity of the child plus velocity of the belt, if they are moving in opposite directions. Belt is moving left to right, child is running right to left, opposite to the direction of the motion of the belt. Then relative is velocity of the child with respect to belt is equal to velocity of the child plus velocity of the belt. I want velocity of the child. Velocity of the child with respect to belt minus velocity of the belt. So that is 9 minus 4. That is 5 kmph. So this is the answer for second one. This is the answer for first one. So this is the answer for second one. Next, third one. Okay. So what is the third one? What is the third one? Time taken by the child in 1 and 2. So how much time it will take? With respect to this belt, father and mother are at rest. So the separation between them is 50. So, and we want time taken. So this distance is same. So velocity. What is the velocity of the child with respect to belt? You have to take a relative. So time is equal to separation by magnitude of relative velocity. Velocity of the child with respect to belt. So what is the separation? 50 meters. Velocity of the child with respect to belt is 9 kilometers per hour. Okay, you convert into meters per second. So I will write here this third one. So I will write here. So time is equal to separation by relative velocity. Magnitude of velocity of the child with respect to belt. That is, separation is 50 meters. Velocity is 9 kilometers per hour. Here units disagree. So you have to convert kilometers per hour into meters per second. So you multiply with the 5 by 18. 9 twos. So that is, time is equal to 50 into 2 by 5. So 10, 20 seconds. So for the child to reach his father and mother, it will take 20 seconds in either case, because the relative velocity is same and the separation between them is, it won't change. So it will take, for father to mother to reach, it will take 20 seconds. For mother to father, it will take 20 seconds. In either directions, it will take 20 seconds. Clear? Now, one more is there. See, answer, which of the answer alter if motion is viewed by one of the parents? So, I said motion is a relative. So, with respect to this person, observer standing on the ground, this father and mother are moving, it appears. But with respect to this father and mother, the velocity of this child will changes, definitely. So, as this, with respect to this father and mother, the velocity of the changes is which one of the answer alter if the motion is viewed by his father or mother. So, 1 and 2 cases, velocity of the child with respect to his father, if he moves, opposite to the direction of in the direction of motion of the belt, opposite to the direction of the motion of the belt will changes. 1 and 2 changes, no doubt. And the third one is this third one, time it won't change, because the time is the distance separation between father and mother is fixed with respect to belt. So it won't change. So 1 and 2 alter, third one remains same. Okay, take this. You take next one. 2 stones are thrown up simultaneously from the edge of a cliff. meters high. With the speeds with the speeds 15 meter second inverse and 30 meter second inverse. Verify the graph correctly. Represents the time variation of the relative motion of the stone with respect to first neglect air resistance. Okay, neglect air resistance assumes that stones do not rebound after hitting the ground. Take G is equal to 10 meter second inverse. Give the equations for the linear and curved path of the plot. So graph is given. Here graph is drawn for relative separation versus time. Okay. So origin, x-axis scale is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and y-axis is it is 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, like that, 120, and so on. This is relative separation, that is x2 minus x1 on y-axis. X-axis is time. What is x2 minus x1? Position of the second one with respect to first one. Okay. So this is the problem. We have to verify these graphs. This graph is given. So graph is straight line up to 8 seconds. Then it is a curve like this between 8 and 10 seconds. So it is curve. So this height is 120 here. So up to 120 meters it is extend this one. Okay. So this is the given curve. Now we have to verify whether this curve is right or wrong with this scale. Okay. So we have to give the relative equations for them. Now let us test. So two stones are thrown simultaneously from edge of a cliff. So let it be a cliff. Let h be the height of the cliff. Okay. So from edge of the cliff, a person throws two stones with the speeds 15 and 30. So this is 15 with the two stones he projected simultaneously with the different speeds. Height is 200 meters. Okay, with the different speeds. So initial velocity of the first stone for first stone, second stone. What is the initial positions? You take this one as the initial position. Let it be y is equal to 0. This one you take it as y1 or y0. So initial velocity is u of the first stone is 15. Second stone is 30 meter second inverse. So initial positions are same. Accelerations are same because they are projected vertically up. So what is the position of this one? So position of this one, y2, we can write it as y1 plus minus, otherwise you can use height of the tower formula. I am using this height of the tower formula. Relative separation. He takes x1 and x2. Otherwise you take this one is x. Okay. This position you take it as x1. 200 meters. So what is x2? x2 is, we have height of the tower formula. So we have height of the tower formula minus ut plus half gt square. I am using this for x2. So this is not x2, position is x2 is, this is the height of the tower formula. Okay, h is equal to minus ut plus half gt square. What is this? What is t here? Time taken by the stone. Time taken by the stone to reach ground. To reach ground. As I explained earlier, this height of the tower formula, I am using this here. From here you are projected from here and it reaches to the ground. So displacement is minus h. So how you got this one? By applying s is equal to ut plus half at square. By applying this you will get this. Let us see how. Once again I will explain. You are projected from here. Stone reaches to the ground. So what is the displacement? Minus h. Minus h. What is initial velocity? ut. Since it is rising up, its acceleration is minus g. So here you will get minus, here you will get minus. So I will multiply with minus. This minus of minus becomes h. This will become minus because it is plus. it will become plus because it is minus. So you will get this formula is called height of the tower formula. From this formula we can calculate directly time taken by the stone to reach the ground. Clear? So let us check. First stone reaches how much time it will take. So first stone, how much it will take time? First stone separation is how much time it will take? Time is h 200 meters minus u 15 and t. I want t plus half g, you take it as t square. So 5, you cancel fifth table, t square, here t square minus 3t, you bring this side, fifth table you cancel, minus 5 fours for 20, 40, okay, 5 into 4, 20, so 5 fours, that is 0. So this is a quadratic expression in t. So how much time it will take? How much time it will take? You simplify this. Do you have any roots for this? 40 and 2, 40 and 3. So multiply with 8 and 5. 8 fives. Okay, this is minus. So is it minus? Yeah. This is t square is plus minus 3t minus 40. So minus 5, minus 5 and 3. What you will get? 8 and 5. So these are the roots for 8 and 5. So we can write it as t square minus 8t plus 5t minus 40. 8 fives minus 40 minus 8 plus 5 minus 3. Okay. So we have the roots. It is what are the roots? T minus 8. T minus 8. If you take 5 as common, you will get t plus 5. So t is 8 seconds or minus 5 seconds. Okay. So this minus 5 is not possible. Time cannot be negative. So it will take 8 seconds. So the up to 8 seconds, the relative separation is straight line. So it should have a linear equation. So what is this equation? Represents straight line passing through origin. What does it mean? This x coordinate and y coordinate, they are related as a straight line. So you have to get y is equal to mx, equation of straight line. That relation we have to write. So separation we have to calculate x2 minus x1. So what is x1? x1 is you starts from here. So that is x1 is x0 initial position plus you have to get up to here. You will get ut. This is plus ut plus, since it is rising up, minus half gt square. Okay, this is u1. Okay, this is the position of x1, initial separation plus s is equal to ut plus half at square. I am applying this equation. What is that? S is equal to S0 plus ut plus half at square. Since it has uniform acceleration, vertically projected body. So this is the position x1. Okay, so x1. What is x2? x0, because for both of them they are projected from top of the cliff. So initial position is same plus but velocities are different, but half gt square. Okay. So what is the separation between them? I want x2 minus x1. So these two get cancelled. So you will get u2 minus u1 into t. These two get cancelled. So you will get a linear equation. Okay. So what is that? x2 minus x1 is equal to, what is u2 minus u1? 30 minus 15. So 15 t. So it is a straight line passing through origin. So y is equal to mx in the form. So it seems to be y is equal to mx. So what is the slope of the line? 15. What is the slope of the line? 120 by 8. So what is 120 by 8? 8 ones are 8, 8 part is 15. So we got slope of the line as 15. So we got 15. So this equation is true. So this is the mathematical equation corresponding to this equation. I verified. Okay. The next one I have to cover 8 to 10. So for the second stone to reach the ground, how much time it will take? Similarly, use this formula. You will find a time 10 seconds. Similarly, you will do this one by using this. So you will get a T2 for second stone, it will take 10 seconds. So between 8 and 10 seconds, it is a parabola. So we have to get mathematical equation. So after 8 seconds, what happens? First stone reaches the ground. So x1 becomes 0. So we have to only x2. So x2, what is the expression for x2? x2 is equal to x0 plus ut minus half gt square. So this is equation of parabola. So if t greater than 8 seconds, that means first stone after reaching the ground, second stone will be in air only. So this is its position equation. So this is the mathematical equation. So what is its shape? It is a parabola. With the parabola. Okay, with increasing slope. Okay, this is the graph. Clear? So 8 to 2, it is 10 seconds. So this equation is right. Hence it is verified. Clear this one? This is also applications of relative motion. So we are discussing so many applications regarding this relative motions. Okay, take this one. We take some more models in projectiles. Okay, these are the some miscellaneous concepts, both one-dimensional and two-dimensionals. Together we are discussing, together with relative motion concept. So far we discussed. So it is a combination of one-dimensional and two-dimensional problems. Together I am explaining the concepts of relative motion. Okay. So regarding projectiles, you take another model. A body is thrown over a triangle. From one end of a horizontal base, and after grazing vertex fall on other end of the base, then, so these are the following options you have. The diagram is given. So there is a triangle. This is a triangle. So this triangle is, it is, the stone is projected like this. It grazes the, like this. This is the vertex of the triangle. This is base of the triangle. I assumed that the triangle is a two-dimensional figure. So I will assume in a vertical plane. So this is the horizontal and this is the vertical. So a body is projected from base, that base, one base I take it as point of projection. At the other end, it reaches a maximum height, and other end, it touches the other end of the base, horizontal base. Now if this angle theta is the angle of projection, if this angle is alpha, this angle is beta. Alpha, beta are the angles of the triangles as shown in the figure. Okay? Theta is the angle of projection. Then PT, prove that tan theta is equal to tan alpha plus tan beta. Okay? So we have to prove this one. So this angle is alpha given, this angle is beta. Theta is angle of projection. So first you give the names. OAB is the name of the triangle. So angle AOB is alpha. Angle ABO is beta. Angle of projection is theta. Now we have to prove this one. Tan theta is equal to tan alpha plus tan beta. We have to prove this one. So this is a projectile. Okay? So this projectile just grazes the vertex of the triangle. So u distance, you take it as this one is x. Then the remaining distance, so what is this? It will become range of the triangle, range of the projectile, because A is the point of projection, B is the point of hitting the ground. So OB becomes range of the triangle. This height we don't know, let it be y. Okay, vertical height. So it may not be maximum height. It may not be maximum height. So x is the point. So this is the coordinates of the projectile. X, y, r. So we have the relation. You apply the relation. How this y, x and r related? From equation of trajectory. So solution. From equation of trajectory. Alternative form. What is alternative form of equation of trajectory? We know that y is equal to x tan theta 1 minus x by r. We know this. We already proved this one. So I will take this one. Y is equal to x tan theta 1 minus x by r. So y x tan theta 1 minus x by r. Okay, this distance becomes r minus x. Okay, this A, O, B, let it be C. So BC is r minus x. This one is x. So first you define this First in this triangle, you define this. What is tan alpha? From this triangle, y by x. So tan alpha is equal to, in this triangle, what is name of the triangle? From OAB, OAC triangle. From OAC triangle, we have tan alpha is equal to y by x. What is tan beta? Tan beta is y by this one, y by r minus x. Okay, y by r minus x. So here r minus x. So you have to prove this. Y by x, instead of y by x, we can take it as tan beta. Tan beta y by x. Here is tan theta. I will write here. I will bring this x this side. Y by x, tan theta 1 minus x by r. So x by r. X by r. So how we can take this? X by r. Okay. So that is, you take LCM. Tan theta r minus x of r minus x by r. R minus x by r. You will get. So that is, I will bring this one this side. So tan theta, this is tan theta, this is y by x. Instead of y by x, can I write tan alpha? So y by x, you bring this one this side. So into r by, you open it, you will get, I will write y by x, tan theta into 1, tan theta, r by r, tan theta of, this can be written as 1 minus x by r. So x by r, this tan theta, you bring this side, you will get r by x, r minus x by y. So r minus x by y. So you will get, we have to find the relation between these two. Okay. You find relation between these two.